What's up, guys? Welcome back to Custom Corner. First I want to start off by apologizing for just dropping off the planet there for a while, but I just had so much crazy nonsense going on, like, all at the same time, and it was just a lot for me to handle at the moment, you know what I'm saying? So, but like, my dad's health took a turn for the worst. My old lady lost her job. Found out I was having a third little monster gonna be running around, and my 2-year-old daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So it's just been one hell of a roller coaster ride the last few months. So sorry about just like dropping off and not doing anything, but I just had to worry about all that crap and just not worry about my videos or anything like that. But I'm back in full swing right now. Any of you guys that have followed me on Facebook or anything like that know pretty much, but this is going to be my first kind of like video for customs and stuff back on YouTube. Right here we got some of the customs that I banged out here recently, and actually these are all for sale right now on eBay. All the links will be in the description, and we're gonna review each one individually, and I'll show you some shots and all that good stuff, so they'll each get the attention they deserve, so you can check it out. And we're gonna look at and talk about this dio that these guys are in, and you can see like how big it is kind of with the scale and the figures. They're like, there's the edge of it right there. I haven't trimmed it off or covered that up yet, so there you go. Cool. Well, again, I apologize for not being around for a while, but I'm back now, and I'm gonna try to keep this going and at least do 2 shows a month. I would like to do at least 2 shows a month. Cool. Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and jump in and just get started, not waste any time. We're gonna jump in, and like I said, we're gonna go one by one, and I'll let you guys have a look at these and see what you guys think. Alright, I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, first up we're going to check out the pair here. We're going to check out Bane and Batman here. We'll start off with Batman. Batman is the Christian Bale Dark Knight head with Drax body. I had to cut the knife off and resculpt the wrist and stuff over there. Shield agent lower legs and some WWE boots. Some WWE wrestler I don't remember which wrestler, but the boots from that. And the cape from the Movie Masters Batman as well. Sculpted the Bat logo on there. I always liked the Batman and on the Legends figures. I don't know. I don't care for the DC figures really at all. I don't know. I only got the ones that like the characters I really wanted, and I don't even really like the action figures still. And the belt is from shit. I think it's the DC Direct, like Dark Knight Returns Batman or something. The Fat Batman. Then over here we got just like a custom Bane, just like my own little mashup here. It's Bushwhacker lower half with Bautista torso and shoulders and arms from an elite Ezekiel Jackson, WWE elite Ezekiel Jackson, and of course the Dark Knight Returns head. I gave him black pants instead of like the dark blue or whatever. Like I said, I just want to do something different. I gave him like a dry brush of some gray and stuff on there. You probably can't even pick it up. It probably just picks up his glare. And I stole the belt from the Bane figure, the Movie Masters Bane figure too, to put on there, and the coat, of course. Sculpted the Sculpted the glove and the buckles and stuff on there. And of course I made him pretty tall. I thought the Bane in the movie was really short. Cool, well, like I said, these are up on eBay. The link's in the description, along with all my other figures that'll be in this video. The eBay links will be in the descriptions. I'm going to leave you guys with a couple shots of these guys separate and together, and we'll move on to the next one. Oh, one more thing. I did not glue the belt down so that, say you wanted to get it in a different pose, I didn't want it to hinder the leg articulation at the hips or anything, so it's not glued down. It's just around his waist. You can press it down and it'll stay in place, but just in case you wanted to move it or pose it a certain way and the belt wouldn't allow, that way you could kind of try to tweak the belt a little bit and get the pose or whatever. But alright, cool, we're gonna move on. I'll be back in just a second. Alright, now we're going to look at a custom Marvel Legends style Superboy that I did. Again, for this one I used a Drax base, Steve Rogers hands, sculpted the belt and just slapped a buckle on there that I had lying around, and used a, you could probably obviously tell. I tried to use one that wasn't going to be super obvious, but this was the only head I had in my fodder that even came close that I could imagine with some hair sculpted on it. So I sculpted the hair on there. But I used a John Cena head and sculpted the hair, painted the symbol on the chest. Not really a whole lot to say about this guy, really. I don't know. I like the figure. It came out nice and everything. It's just I'm still on the fence a little bit about the head. Like I said, it was the best one I had in here that kind of resembled the character. So I gave it a whirl. I don't know. I'm still on the fence, I guess. I mean, you can't hit a home run every time, but I don't know. It still came out nice enough, I think. Still got the hole for a flight stand or something if you want to put them on a Toy Biz flight stand or something like that. Alright, cool. Well, like I said, not a whole lot to say about this guy, so I'll leave you with some shots, and if you're interested in throwing down a bid, the link's in the description. Alright, now we're going to have a look at this Flash Thompson Agent Venom. I was pretty happy with the way this one came out too. I used a different recipe than my last one, of course. This one was done on a Ghost Rider. The body's all Ghost Rider except for the head and the little parts that I sculpted and added on, but the entire figure is the Ghost Rider figure with a Phantom X belt and guns. The shoulder pads are from the Red Skull. I sculpted the chest armor and the armor on his back and the neck brace, and the head is a modded Bullseye head. I had fun making this one, but man, I really hate painting the white over the black and stuff like that. It's just a pain in the ass sometimes. He came out real nice, and then like this torso joint flexes so far. You can get like he looks all the way down. This one doesn't go back that much. The Ghost Rider figure didn't go back much, but he does go forward a lot, so you'll be able to get a nice like dynamic pose. One of the shots I'm going to show you, he's in a pretty nice dynamic shot. So the posability on this thing here, hold on a second, the posability is awesome because the legs go up really far too. So I'll just throw them in something quick, real quick, similar to the shot I'm actually going to show you. But like you see it, I mean, you can crunch down there, you can get some, sorry about that, you can get some good shots out of there. And all the figures, of course, are paint rub free, so you guys can get down and take some shots on the Facebook page or whatever, or just to pose them on your shelf and make them look cool. You don't have to worry about the paint chipping or anything like that. Cool. Well, I guess I'll leave you guys with some pictures of this character here, and we'll move on to my favorite of the group, the Thunderstrike. But I'll be back in just a second. And again, links in the description if you're interested in a purchase. Alright, and like I said, my absolute favorite of the group today is this Thunderstrike. I am really happy with how this one turned out. I just couldn't be happier with how this one looks and everything, and the parts I used came together well. Like, I was originally going to put these arms on the Steve Rogers shoulders, but I just put them on there and the shoulders just looked small. I'll show you a work in progress pic that actually has these arms on the Steve Rogers shoulders, and it was not going to happen. I don't know if you'll be able to pick up the wash and shading and stuff in his hair. It's coming up really bright on my viewfinder here, so. Sculpted a couple extra strands of hair there on the side of his head. Sculpted the beard and mustache. The ponytail is, of course, posable, so you can get some really cool shots with that. This is Steve Rogers base, you might be able to tell, but the head and everything down is Steve Rogers except for the arms and the shoulders. And I actually had to crack this torso open and do a bunch of modding in there to fit these shoulders in there. I used the shoulders from another Elite Ezekiel Jackson that I had laying around, and I used the arms from the new WWE Elite Brock Lesnar. I thought about using the Series 3 Thor arms, but I don't know. These just look so much better, and the sculpt is, I think, better on these arms as well. Plus, it came with gloved hands already, so I didn't have to go and mess around. I really wish they weren't the padded looking gloves, but I don't know. It came out looking really nice. Sculpted the little logo. That's awful blurry, but the T there, and I just did something kind of different. Just did like a little design underneath, and then sculpted the T on top of it. You really can't see very well, I don't think, in my camera, but you'll probably pick it up better in the pictures. Used the coat from Nick Fury and just cut the bottom section of it off and gave it a paint job. Just so happy with the way this one came out. really wish you could see the shading and the detail in the hair, but I'm using an LED, like, I guess camping light or something in my little box here, and I think it's just a little bright, and it's making the yellow shine too much. But yeah, sculpted the belt buckle, the little plates on his torso there, and I sculpted the pads here on the front of the boots that he has. I don't know. I really like this figure. Cool, well, I'll leave you guys with some shots of this character, and again, the link is in the description for this. It's on eBay now, so I know somebody wants this. Somebody wants this. Awesome, well, I'll leave you with some shots, and we'll come back and we'll take a look at the Dio that I've been filming in the whole time. We'll just talk about that for a second. But, alright guys, I'll be back. Alright, last but not least, the Dio. This again is that blue foam insulation from like Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. I can't remember the exact thickness of this. I think this one's like an inch thick or something like that. But I just basically put the flooring down. That's also a piece. So 4 total pieces that I cut of the foam here, and like the boarding on the windows and these little columns here is balsa wood. You can get it probably at like your local hobby store, not Hobby Lobby or anything, but like your like for real hobby store. You can go in there and pick up some balsa wood. And if it doesn't come in this color, I had to paint all this, and I had to cut this and weather it the way I wanted it to look, and the same with these. Same with the windows. I just cut them out and then just whacked at it with my knife and stuff. Got a little carried away right here, but it looks alright. I can deal with it. And the floor, my God, these floors look awesome. Like, see, I still gotta trim all this little excess off the edges here and clean up the front, but so many craft sticks in this stupid thing. I know I used well over 100, I think, inside here. Definitely, well, I know for a fact it was over 100. I just don't know the exact number, but they all came looking like regular popsicle sticks. But I cut and laid each piece individually and just painted it up. I just started off black base and then just did different coats of brown, and same for these. I did the same thing. I just did black and went different shades of brown on that, and same with the walls. I started out black on all the walls and then just gave it some dry brushing and stuff with a couple different shades of gray, just to give it like a, you know, I guess concrete look or dirty look or something. I don't really know. I just thought it would look awesome, and as far as I'm concerned it does. But cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this rather short episode of Custom Corner, but it's been a long time, and again, I know I apologized at the beginning, but I apologize again for taking off. I got a couple messages from people that were even like actually pissed off that I wasn't making videos, and that sucks. I mean, I don't want to piss no one off, but I mean, like, this is playing you know. I had some real stuff going on and I just didn't have time to play. Anyway, well, like I said, I already got stuff lined up for the next episode of Custom Corner. I got a bunch of Terminator customs that I'm going to show you guys. Some of you guys probably seen all those a long time ago on Facebook and everything. So some of you guys have already seen them, but I'm going to make basically a video that's going to be a bunch of Terminator stuff. And we're going to do the metal claws for Dakin that I said I was going to do before all this stuff happened. So we're going to get to that the next episode as well. And that segment's already filmed, so I just got to film the other. That's been filmed for months. I just got to film the stuff for the Terminator figures. But, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Again, welcome back to Custom Corner, and please leave some comments and tell me some stuff that you guys would like to see and, you know, like me to discuss or touch base on, because I'll eventually just run out of stuff and we don't want that again. So yeah, just leave some stuff in the comments, some stuff you guys want to know about customizing dios or figures or whatever. I know a little bit about everything. I'm not an expert in anything, but I know a little about everything. So just tell me what you guys want to see and I'll do my best to make it happen. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. Peace.